So the welder beside me is a Lincoln Electric SpeedTech 215C. Now I bought this welder about 3 years ago because I wanted what I thought was the best welder, the easiest welder to use, and because we're single phase, this is what I chose, which I think has been an absolute brilliant welder. Now recently we have upgraded our welding operation. We now have a proper fixture table from Mac Industries, which I love. We've got a load of clamps. We have upgraded our metal working wall, which there's still more to do. But over here, and now about the same time as I bought that welder, I bought a little plasma cutter from Welding. Now, it hasn't been used that much, but I've probably used it a dozen times, but it's just a handy little tool to have about. Now, Artec got in contact with us to say, James, would you be willing to do a review of our welder? And I thought, well, yeah, I can. But I don't want it just to be a boring product review. I thought, do you know what? Let's compare it against this, because the Artec comes out a very similar spec. This here, when I bought it, it cost me £1,800 with everything I needed it with it at the time. And the Artec only comes in at about 700. So I think it's a massive saving, but can it do what this can? And am I gonna like it as much? But the thing is, it's not just my opinion you wanna hear. I've got someone else who's gonna shed some light on the situation in a very, very, shall we say, honest way. Right, so here it is. Is our Artec MIG welder, Michael. And this is Michael, our mad professor, as it were.
Mad? I don't know about professor. He's got to be mad to do the job.
Well, this is it. This is it. But this is what we've been sent, Mike, to have a go with and see what we think. I know I did say it's a similar spec. But what I mean is it's digital, as same as the Lincoln, and it's got very similar features rather than spec. This is 180 amp, that is 215, so there is that. And there's probably some other things that you've...
It's how long, right, if you're winding it up to the maximum amount and giving it some welly, it's how long he's going to be running at that, because it's air cooled. So cooling is the problem. So if you're running flat out, hot temperature for a while, it's how long it will run at that. So they'll, duty cycles, what they'll say is it will run at maximum for however long. But 9 times out of 10, it's not a problem. Obviously, I'm going to be welding a ship up with that.
I don't know,
but
I've seen you make some strange things in the past.
More decks and bits and pieces, it's not a problem.
No, that's right. Good news is I've put the trolley together. I took it out all the boxing, so I've done the boring side of assembling it. Can I leave you to install the MIG wire, put the plug on, get it all up and ready to work?
That means, basically translates that you've done the easy bit. Over the
I'd say I've done the boring bit rather than the easy bit. But, yeah, to be fair, the trolley was a bit boring, but the trolley's from Artec, the welders from Artec, obviously, they've supplied all of the MIG wire, the regulator and everything. So, yeah, thank you very much to Artec for doing it, but, you know, honest opinions, we will be saying what we like about this compared to that later on. So, we've got a few different things we're going to try. We're going to try it on thin, we're going to try it on thick, we're going to try it on whatever we can. And also, we've got a special little treat that Artec have sent with it as well, which we're going to put onto it for something that Michael and I have never done before, so that'll be coming a little bit later on. But I think we better, well, get Mike to set that up, and I've got someone else to go and set up while he's doing that. How you be getting on there, Michael?
What the fuck's this, man? You're about 40 years too late for Chernobyl.
Oh, well, professional welder extraordinaire is what this is all about. Don't worry.
You can wear all the gear, but that don't make it, do it?
You're asking what I look like? Well, you know, I could say the same for you, couldn't I?
Yeah, I don't give a much what I look like. As long as the job gets done. So
Artec have very kindly supplied us with a proper vented helmet system with a vent at the back, which, well, it's a bit concerning where the old vent is, Mike, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a fart catcher.
Fart catcher. So, yeah, well, yeah, it could well be. But then you can use it for grinding, you can then use it for welding. Got some gloves, got their nice welding jacket as well. You know, keeps you warm in winter and hot in summer. But then, you know, it's all about being protected, Michael, isn't it?
Assuming you got your power switched on the wall, flick the on-off switch, Lincoln comes up. And this one's in what I call stupid mode, so it does the wire speed and the voltage for it, so you just select what thickness metal you want. So if it's a mil, you go for a millimeter, 1.5 infinitely up and down, and then away you go. As long as your gas is on, pull the trigger, and away you go. Right then, on this little beastie, you've got a little window to keep all the cack away from your panels and that. Your switches, the power and up's on the back, so that's on. You can hear the fan for the coolant. He lights up quite quick. You've got the same thing, you've got what I would term as a stupid welder, so switching on there, and you've got a selection of metal thicknesses there, which you can cycle through. You're ready to go, pull your trigger, and everything rocks along quite nicely. Only slight difference is when you turn it off, you're still running, but that's because if you've been welding and everything's hot, it's got to cool itself down.
Right, I think we're ready to go. Now we've got some thin stuff going up as thicker as we go. So a few different challenges now. We'll crack on and weld it with the Lincoln, and then we'll move on to the R-Tech and do exactly the same so we can switch the gas bottles over. Quick little disclaimer, I'm no welding extraordinaire, even though like, I've got all the gears. It's more like all the gear, no idea. So I'll pass Mike over to Mike in a minute. But I'm gonna weld that through to start with and see how we get on with the Lincoln, and then we'll have a go with the R-Tech. Well, there we go. It's a weld. Now, it would have been better if I'm not used to such big gloves, and the helmet, I got caught on there as I went along, so I felt a little jiggle. But it didn't come out too bad considering. Come and have a look. It's all right. It's always when you're on camera and it doesn't quite go quite to plan, but there we are. You ready, Michael?
Yeah, Josh, on.
You're going to do some thin stuff. Do you want these gloves?
No.
You don't want these gloves?
No.
Do you want me coat?
No.
No. Do you want me mask?
No.
No. That's better. Now we're cooking. Beautiful. Cool. Happy with that. When I bought the table, they also sent us some weldable brackets and jigs to weld up. So I've got one set up here in a little cube. So this is just spot welding to be able to keep them together. A little spot weld in each one. So just a quick little dab on the trigger and hopefully it'll weld it up. Well, I think that's acceptable. I'd say it's acceptable anyway. Interesting to see how well we get on with the other one. I think it's time we actually use the other one then, Michael. R-Tech time.
There you go. I haven't gone all the way.
Go on, Michael, look at that. Look at the difference between a novice and a professional, look.
Not necessarily, no.
But that's a bloody good bit of weld, that. Oh, penetration forever, Michael. Perfect. So compare you against the Lincoln then, look. I'd say I'm straighter than you, but we all knew that anyway. I haven't tried this welder yet, have I? He stopped and spluttered there a couple of times. Compare that to the Lincoln. I'm going to say it's far out at all, really. So what do you reckon, Michael?
Done the job, didn't it?
Has done the job. I can't see any problems there at all. I don't think I had mine quite turned up high enough for that bit, but I'll make my excuses.
Yeah, I know, but then having said that, it's first time on the go. Well,
yeah.
It's like anything.
Stuck to it, isn't it?
You practice until you get it to where you want it.
But it's doing the same job as the Lincoln so far. Now, Mike, I've got a book of words for you.
Jolly good, better than that other stuff.
You mean Mike doesn't like any instructions on the internet, so any manufacturers out there still print books like this, they're brilliant. The Lincoln Electric is on a USB stick. And what does it say? File corrupt when you try to open it. What a waste of time.
Yeah, and then if you do want a hard copy, you've got to print that yourself, haven't you?
Yeah.
And you've spent enough on the job as it is without having to start messing about with printing things as well.
Now the reason I've passed you that is because we're going to convert this to welding aluminium.
Right.
Yeah? Just for our few American friends we've got a couple on the channel who watch.
Aluminum.
It's not aluminum, it's aluminium. And if they go, oh, where are you getting that I from? Well, I'll ask you how you say Jaguar. It's not Jaguar, there's no W in it, all right? So what have you made of this then, Michael? You've got a bit of a spool gun going on here,
Looks like a bit of a 1920s Tommy gun, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Precisely, yeah.
Yeah, steel, inox, brazing, alu. So that's all wired in. There's a certain way to do that. We had to look through the book of words, which helped. And we've got a little tiny little bottle of argon gas back here, pure argon for alloy. I just bought a little bottle just because we'll see how we get on with it first. And if it's any good, it'll probably stay set up in aluminium for this one and then keep the Lincoln for steel. But let's not get ahead of ourselves and give it a whirl, because I've got some bit of old checker plate offcuts there, and we might as well try that, Mike, can't we?
You give me a hell of a lead, don't you?
Yeah, it was better than the other one.
Right.
The other one, you don't have any lead at all on the
As we go round this
iron one, on the MIG. I guess we've got negative earth, but we don't know if it's supposed to be negative earth or positive earth, because...
I've never used it before.
No. I might run out of gas on the way to you, but... Cool.
Yeah, that don't look like anything that will hold anything.
It's doing something, but yeah,
It's doing
doesn't
something.
look very good, does it?
No.
Do you think we should try a different earth, or? What's happening now,
It's
Mike?
better, but
Yeah?
not...
Right, because
just
what I did, I just turned the voltage down then, you see.
That sounds better. It looks a little bit on the porous side, doesn't it?
Yeah, but something's happening, isn't it? I think I got a bit carried away with the speed then. But that's well, you're gonna break it in a hurry. Well, I think for a first attempt, let's have a wire brush, Michael. Let's see what we've got here. Well, I think that's perfectly acceptable, I think, for a first attempt. Cool. What's your overall thoughts on, Michael?
Well, it worked, didn't it?
It has worked, done the job. Now, I love my Lincoln Electric, as I said at the beginning, there's no getting away from it. It is my go-to welder. I've always wanted one. But if you can't justify something like that, then I think going for something like the Artec is absolutely fine. Now, there are loads of budget welders on the market. You can buy them for a few £100s. Now, I'd say Artec sort of sit in that middle ground before the really expensive stuff, but above the budget stuff. Now, main reason for being, I believe, is that they do offer a massive backup service and a 5-year warranty on their products, which has got a lot to be said for it, without a doubt. Now, yes, it's going to cost you that middle ground bracket, but you know you're going to be able to get the spare parts. You know all of your extra fittings are going to fit. So if you need to get replacement parts for it or other attachments for it, you can. Their website is brilliant. It's very easy to navigate. The link for their website is in the description below. So definitely go and check them out. Have a look at what they've got. As I said, they've also got plasma cutters as well, which I'm very happy with that plasma cutter. And now if you want to see more welding from the Artec, more aluminium welding, because I feel we might be doing some more of that after that little experiment, and some more stuff. My lad loves welding, and hence why I'm sort of kitting ourselves out of more welding stuff, because he enjoys it as well. So we'll be bringing you more welding content, but that won't be on this channel, that'll be on our other channel, which is Find It, Fix It, Farm It. So you can check us out on there. Again, the link is in the description below, and there's more different projects on there. And you've got to see a bit more of Michael as well, because it's not overly often Michael's on Machinery Nation, so he's been on best behaviour today. Right, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.